Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's happening for the Scorpio collective. Hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends, my guides. Talk to me. What do you got for Scorpio gang here in early March? And we are moving through the year nice and steady. Right? It does feel a little fast, but yeah, let's see what's up. I'm going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio gang, please. What do you got for me and my friends? What do you got for us here, my guides? Nice and quick, hopefully. There it is. Thank you very much. So your energetic and emotional connections are being heightened here, or need to be highlighted and looked at when we have this card. Now, this one does show up from time to time. Okay, it's kind of one of the more rare oracle cards that I get, and it's a beautiful piece of imagery, but Spirit is really asking you to take stock of who and what you're energetically attached to. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So you see here in the image, we have like this man, we have this woman. It is implied that they are at a distance because it looks like that woman is like crawling out of the mirror, and not in like a creepy, scary movie type of way. It's just like implying that there's distance between them. So whenever I see this card, I do think of people we may have a very strong emotional or energetic connection with, places, things. It's my personal opinion and belief that when we form bonds with people, whether they're friends, family members, romantic relations, things like that, there is an energetic cord between the two. And Spirit is highlighting that. So you might need to analyze who and what you're energetically attached to. Maybe the energy of people you're attached to is affecting you in a very big way in this time. So it's something to really take stock of whenever this is here. Okay, like how these things, how these people, how these situations are affecting your own personal energy, and then act accordingly. For some of you, please protect your energy as well. Okay, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It could be a good thing, but just protect your energy. Let's put them down over there. They could continue their conversation. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time for the Scorpios here. Guides and Spirit team. What do we got? And while we get this deck all shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. There was quite a bit of mystery in last week's reading. It was titled A Big Surprise. So for a lot of us, there could have been things popping up. No, I had a couple in the recent weeks, and that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. So keep that in mind. Okay? But as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to for sure. So let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. 3 cards for Scorpio early March. What's happening for my friends? Please. And didn't necessarily feel like a tough one. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles position. I mean, that's a good start. That's a good start. A good, solid, stable start at the very least. But I want to see more, because this was at the end of the Pisces reading too. Let's see. 2 more. What do we got for Scorpio? Thank you. Okay, 5 of Swords. Very determined. This is different. This is different. Okay, we'll talk about it. 1 more. Because I'm not saying I'm getting concerned by this energy, but it's something we want to look at. Okay, so there is going to be a bonus here, my friends. We have the 5 of Pentacles right here. And the bonus card is the Lovers. And that tells me, very much like the initial card that we got, the people that we are connected to are heavily going to influence us in this time, okay? Whether it's physically or not. Like with this, I mean, it's all over the reading. So there could be some warnings attached. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I am seeing a couple of different themes. Notice that we have the material with the pentacles here on the extreme end. So we do have a lot of earth, but we also have air with the bonus and the center. So it's a 2-element theme that we have going on with like the communication, the thoughts, and we have the material world. So we're really going to need to break this down, especially with the double 5s. The Spirit could be trying to send some signs as well. I want to really build this out because we have some really positive cards, but at the same time, there are some challenges here. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out, especially like this one's like everything. These are opposites, right? These are completely opposite energies. Position number 1, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, if somebody's energy is influencing you in this way, this is a beautiful thing. When I see this, I think of influxes of money. I think of wins. I think of victories. I think of happy endings. I think of leveling up whenever I get the 10 of Pentacles. This is gorgeous, gorgeous type of energy. It's stability. It's somebody with a very firm foundation. It's very secure as well. So if we're talking about energetic influence, this is kind of what we want. In its challenge, it could represent somebody that's a little stubborn. This could be someone who's putting their foot in the ground, taking a stand. So for some of us in this time, we might be like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm putting my foot in the ground in regards to that. But I'm not going to go there just yet until we clarify. 10 of Pentacles could also represent the family, could represent the home. But generally, to me, it's an extremely, extremely positive card. And we'll talk about more when we get to that 5 of Pentacles, where this could be how 2 different people are feeling. Hopefully, you're getting this influence from the front end. However, moving to the center, we have our first 5. Now remember, the repeating 5s are in the mix. Spirit could be sending you signs, synchronicities, and omens. Now, this card can seem cold, and that's another thing, like with the 5 of Swords and this card, they both have this odd link to cold. Okay, so whether it's cold weather or cold emotions or how someone's acting, the 5 of Swords could be conflict-based. The 5 of Swords could be someone that's a little selfish. Now, in its positive sense, it's somebody who's looking after themselves or looking out for themselves or is self-sufficient. That could be a very good thing. This is a determined energy as well. But at the same time, in its most extreme form, this could be someone that's a little narcissistic or selfish in their own ways, especially when we link it up with the double 5s, you know, repeating 5s, they represent change, and similar to Tower-like energy when we look at the numerology of it. One thing I will mention before we move into the next card, even though this has positives, it's like this 5 of Swords is facing down this 10 of Pentacles. So I'm hoping you're not going through any issues or a problem that seems like insurmountable in some sort of way. We're not going to go there just yet, but there might be some issues and problems in the mix here. That's why I said there might be a warning or two. On to the very back end, we have our second 5, the 5 of Pentacles. So whereas this 10 of Pentacles is everything, it's leveled up, it's family, it's home, it's stable, there's a foundation. This is everything. This is not, okay? The 5 of Pentacles, it could represent issues with money. This could represent feeling lonely. This could represent feeling abandoned, thrown out in the cold, so to speak. So these are feelings that we want to watch out for in this time, especially since we have the everything and then we have nothing. It's like all or nothing type of energy that we have going on. Now, if you're going through a difficult situation with somebody, one might be feeling much more secure and firm than the other. Like if you're going through a situation with another person. If not, I feel like these could be extreme fluctuations. And I was saying the energy of specific people could be affecting you in really intense ways ever since the beginning, especially with the bonus we have here and what we had in the front. So if you experience yourself going through these like emotional spikes, these energetic spikes, just know that could be your Scorpio intuitive ways telling you that somebody could be affecting you. Now, if that's not the case, remember, lovers, the bonus, it could be family, it could be friends, anyone that you have a soul tie with. The lovers is generally good, Gemini energy. It could represent the Archangel Raphael and healing. So for some of you, you could be going through a healing process where like some days are good, some days aren't. Some days are much better, some days are pretty damn rough. Life is like that from time to time. Okay, but I would say for all Scorpios, if this isn't people affecting your energy or a warning that we have to look out for, just watch out for the ups and downs in the coming weeks because we have high highs and we got some low lows. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time. See what we have here for Scorpio gang, guides and spirit team. What do you got for us here? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 10 of Pentacles. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you could drop it right in the comments. I do not mind at all. All right, 10 of Pentacles time. And while we shuffle this card out, for any of you that have been inquiring about a personal reading with me, my March calendar has been updated. So you could just check that out. I think it's in the description, my website. Okay, so we do have, pardon me, we have the Ace of Swords in the upright underneath this 10 of Pentacles. And this is a really, really good positive sign. I do say, for a lot of the Scorpio collective, your mindset and your mind state is extremely, extremely important. Now, I do know, being a Scorpio moon myself, being part of the collective, that we feel things in a very intense way. And we like to look at the big picture of all situations. Like, we're going to look at the good aspects of it, but we're going to look at the rough ones too. We're going to look at the worst aspects if we have to. The sword of truth tells us that. Okay, so even if something seems good, we're going to test it for weaknesses and stuff like that. Spirit's asking you to weigh off that energy a little bit in the coming days and weeks. Not permanently, but with whatever situation you're dealing with right now, don't test it for weaknesses right away, or don't test a person for weaknesses. Just let something be. That's a vibe I'm picking up here. Now, another portion of you with the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, there could be a huge offer coming in, or a surprising one that just like pops in. It feels really good. Now, it would be up to you if you're going to take that offer or not. Because remember, all aces are opportunities and offers. So I gave you the intuitive message. I gave you a second intuitive messages. Those are the main things I feel. I gave you 3 actually. So 1, try to keep a very positive mind state in the coming days and weeks. 2, don't test people and things for weaknesses in the coming days and weeks. And also, I got this possible huge or surprising offer coming in, which will be up to you if you want to take it. Let's keep moving. We'll check in on the rest of it. So let's see why the 5 of Swords is here. Because remember, we're only seeing the first part of this. Ace of Swords could also represent communication as well. So why is that 5 of Swords here? Why is that 5 of Swords here? Thank you. All right. So we do have this explosive energy right here in the center. Who is this that's going to like try their luck in one way or another? That's the oddest type of energy I'm picking up. For some of you, watch out for issues with a fire sign, in particular with the Queen of Wands and the upright underneath this 5 of Swords. Now, I feel like this energy could be either really good or there's going to be a big warning attached to it. The Queen of Wands is confident. It's beautiful, it's sexy, it's very appealing. So when I see her underneath the 5 of Swords, sure, like maybe you're feeling very confident, or your confidence will have a boost and you'll feel like you're on top of the world. Like you could take on anything. You could take on the whole damn world if you'd have to, which is a good place to be sometimes, right? It's not always good to be so intense. But another thing I'm picking up here with the fire-air combination in the center, this is somebody that is going to try their luck. They're going to push their luck with you. Okay, so for some Scorpios in this time, just watch. I mean, there could be very specific individuals that you need to watch out for in this time. And I know I've been alluding to it since the very beginning. Like, we had this possible energetic tie. We have the Lovers here, and I have been saying the energy of other people's could be affecting you in big ways. I feel that here in the center, okay? Like, if someone's actions, someone's behaviors, and their overall energy, that's something you need to watch out for. So if there's an egotistical or cocky individual that you're aware of in your surroundings, maybe keep a little bit of a distance. I would say watch the company you keep, specifically in this time. So we're going to go in on that 5 of Pentacles. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. It is what it is. But watch out for like people that are arrogant almost. Let's see why the 5 of Pentacles is here. Could be a specific person for sure. So what's up with that 5? Okay, thank you. All right, so we do have Lady Justice in the upright here underneath the 5 of Pentacles. And this could be a couple different things. You may experience somebody getting served up a dose of karma in this time, okay? I mean, even if you don't experience this, could be Spirit just telling you, like, listen, someone's about to pay a karmic debt in one way or another. But aside from that, please, in this time, watch out for legal situations. If you're doing anything with contracts, I was getting this in the Cancer reading as well. If you're doing anything with contracts, leases, buying vehicles, buying property, anything where you're putting your name on the dotted line, be extra, extra careful when the 5 of Pentacles is here underneath Justice. But the 2 main messages I'm picking up, I mean, maybe there's an upset Libra in your midst for a portion of you. But when I see Lady Justice underneath the Five of Pentacles, there could be someone that's going to be paying a karmic debt or getting served up a dose of karma, straight up. Still, I would say be weary of people that are energy drains on you. Okay, that's another thing, because just like we've been seeing, like there's been this warning, this important warning that we've been seeing throughout this whole thing about how other people could be affecting you. It's like, all right, someone that might be a little too cocky, no good. Someone that's like an energy drain, where it's like exhausting to like be around them, like it's showing up here. So let's go through and do a quick recap. I know there's a lot of different things happening here, Scorpio. If you kindly look in the box, there's good here, but there's an important warning attached to other people around you for sure. So watch your company in this time. Position number one, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords in the upright. Three main messages there for a lot of you. Yeah, you could be testing, or Spirit could be asking you not to test things for weaknesses or people for weaknesses. Like a low pressure approach could be really good. I did see a huge or a surprising offer coming in for a lot of you as well. This is nice. Try to keep an optimistic mindset too. That's important. Moving to the center, Five of Swords with the Queen of Wands in the upright. I mean, you might be feeling very confident in this time. Like you could take on anything, any problem. You could take on the world if you'd have to. That's a good place to be, but watch out for over arrogance. And if there's anyone around you that's very egotistical or arrogant, Spirit's saying like, keep away. On to the back end, we have the Five of Pentacles with Lady Justice in the upright. Be careful with anything contractual or legal in this time. You might experience somebody paying a karmic debt or getting served up a dose of karma, that's for sure, with this back here. But watch out for all sorts of people, like, yeah, ones that are arrogant, ones that are energy drains. Know that these people do have a real effect on you. So keep your energy safe, very important. Please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card, Scorpio. Remember, only take what hits for you, right? Let's see what we have in the shadows for Scorpio. It's that back end that feels exhausting, but let's see what we have. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a bad thing either, you know that. So let's get you one. One shadow card for Scorpio. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. All right, let's get this shadow card out here for my Scorpios. All right, Four of Swords. So yeah, if there is something that's at a time of rest or a break right now, it's for a good purpose. We have the Four of Swords here in the shadows. For a big portion of you, Spirit could be asking you to hold your horses with something just for a minute. Okay, like don't rush something, like don't make a move just yet. That could be a big energy here whenever the Four of Swords is in the mix. For a portion of you, if you're having issues sleeping, funky dreams, weird dreams, or anything like that, Spirit's asking you to really pay close attention to that and make sure you're getting the proper rest that you need. But the Four of Swords isn't really a card of movement. It's a card of spirituality and meditation. So if you're going through any situation, Spirit's saying like, hey, Scorpio, trust your intuition. You have it for a reason. That's a big thing. But there could also be something where Spirit's like, all right, just hold off for a minute. Let that be. And that's okay. It doesn't mean it's always going to be Four of Swords mode if that's resonating for you. But if you're on a rest or a break in general, Spirit's saying that's a good thing. And if you're not, maybe you should be when Four of Swords is in the shadows. So yeah, Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details, the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite zodiac sign? And give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.